Hello everyone, welcome to 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗀. My name is Swati and I am here back again with another HR concept, that is employee probation process. So just to update you that this process is a very vast topic, so I have divided this into 3 parts, and this video is the first part of this topic where I'll cover the conceptual things related to employee probation process, or you can say the basics about the process. So this video will consist of topics which are listed over here. So stay tuned and watch this video till end, and don't miss to watch other parts also if you want to get the complete knowledge about this important HR concept. Beginning with our first topic, that is to understand the meaning of probation process. When an employee joins the organization, it is said that you will be on a probation period for a specific duration, usually 3 months, 6 months, or maybe 9 months, depending upon the company policies and industry standards. This means that the new member will be working as a temporary employee for that duration and will be marked as a confirmed employee after successful completion of his or her probation period. The terms and conditions of a probationary employee are different from a confirmed employee, and the actual meaning of calling this probation period as a trial period is that after having the review meetings, or you can say by the end of this duration, if either parties decide to end up this employment relation, they can end it up by giving the defined notice. At the end of this process, the performance is evaluated on the basis of parameters and goals set in the beginning. When the employee is unable to meet those set standards, then the organization has the right to terminate him or her. And in case the employee is able to meet those set standards, follow the code of conduct, and show decent behavior, then he or she is considered to be successfully completed his or her probation process. And upon the recommendation of reporting manager, the confirmation letter is handed over to him or her. However, there are possibilities and cases of probation extension also, like when the given probation period is not enough to evaluate the employee's performance. Secondly, in case the reporting manager recommends the probation extension with the scope of any improvement, this case goes with the performance improvement plan, or you can say the PIP process. So this process is entirely a different process, and I will not cover it in this video. If you want to know more about this process, please mention it in the comment section. I'll try to create a separate content about this process. Thirdly, changes or inconsistencies in the employee's work that calls for a more observation time so that the reporting manager can take a better decision. Comes the second topic, that is the conditions applicable in probation period. Although the employment law does not hold any special legal status and statutory rights for employees under probation period when compared to the confirmed employees, however, it is important to note that employees still have some basic rights and benefits under their probation period as listed over here. It is important to note that these rights and benefits do have certain conditions applicable as per the industry norms and company policies. Moving on to understand the notice period applicable during probation period. There are 2 types of notice period that apply during the probationary period. First one is the employer notice period, which is the amount of notice that an employer must give to an employee they are willing to terminate during the probation period. And the length of this notice period can vary depending upon the terms of the employment contract or the employer's policy. Second is the employee notice period. This is the amount of notice that an employee must give to their employer if they wish to terminate their employment during probation period. And again, the length of this notice period can vary depending upon the terms of the employment contract or the employer's policy. However, in some cases, employer may specify a shorter notice period for termination during probation period. This is typically to allow the employer to make a quicker decision as to whether the employee is right fit for the job or not. But it is the responsibility of the employer to specify about this condition clearly in employee's contract or in the company policies. Let's understand who is responsible to conduct this process and what are their responsibilities. Ideally, the reporting manager and the HR department both play an important role in early adjustment and performance of the newly hired employee, and in each stage of probation process, both have unique responsibilities. So let us first understand the responsibilities of the manager, wherein the manager is expected to set the standards in the beginning itself in order to avoid any duplicacy or conflict between both the parties. So here is the list of few responsibilities that the manager is expected to follow. Now comes the responsibility of HR department, wherein the HR member is expected to keep a close look on the behavior of a newly hired employee during the probation period. And here is the list of few responsibilities that the HR member is expected to follow during this duration. What to do if an employee is facing any kind of difficulty at any stage of his or her probation? In case an employee is having difficulty at any stage of his or her probation period, then the manager should discuss the same and try to resolve the difficulty. He should not wait for the next scheduled meeting to discuss and then solve, because immediate actions are always beneficial in such cases. And here is the list of few approaches that the manager can follow to resolve the difficulties. That's all in this video, and in case you want to get through the process oriented details about this process, then don't forget to watch the second part, because that video is directed more towards the implementation of probation process. But before you move to that video, I request you to please share your feedback about this video in the comment section, and do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notified whenever the new video is live.